Hey guys, it's Steve with Prima. Today we're taking a look at Puqpress's M2 automatic tamper. It's a product that's designed to sit underneath your Mythos 1 or Mythos 2 grinder and makes it a lot easier to tamp consistently. So what makes a Puqpress great is it's an automatic tamper. It relieves a lot of the wrist strain associated with manually tamping. Traditional style tampers can put your arm in really weird positions, and since you are pushing weight into your wrist, that can actually lead to some strain over time and some real bad problems from all the way from your wrist up to your elbow. So a product like a Puqpress is a really great way to kind of relieve that strain and make it a lot easier to tamp consistently. So it's an automatic piston that activates when you insert a portafilter into the forks, just like so. You'll hear the piston actuates twice to give you a nice level and consistent tamp. And we have this control panel right down here where you can set your desired pounds. So currently I'm set at 30 pounds. I could set it to 40 or 60, whatever I like. It goes from 20 to 60 pounds. And it'll tamp consistently at that weight every time. So this particular model of Puqpress, there are others that are either countertop or designed to go under different grinders. The M2 in particular is designed to go underneath your Mythos 1 or Mythos 2 espresso grinder. So that's kind of why the shape is as it is. It's more or less designed to follow the body design of both those Mythos grinders. So setup there's some important steps for setup with that in mind. I'm going to show you them real quick here. The first thing I'm going to do is just turn my Puqpress off and unplug it, just so I can safely demonstrate this. The very first step of setup is to set the portafilter forks where you need them to be. The Puqpress doesn't really work that well if you haven't set it up properly for your portafilters. This step is crucial, and if you have different sized portafilters, you're probably going to want to get the same one. So if you have like one bottomless and a couple different spouteds, you're probably going to want to get all three of the same type, or the Puqpress really kind of loses some benefit there because it's not going to be as consistent. So we're going to set the depth for this bottomless portafilter that I have here, and all you need to do that is the wrench that's included with it. The new Puqpress M2, well, really all the new Puqpress models have this great dial that makes it a lot easier to set up the portafilter forks. All I have to do is loosen these two bolts, just really give them like a quarter to a half turn, just so the fork is easy to move. And then the dial will allow me to move the fork up or down as needed. So what I want to do is I want to make sure that my portafilter is fairly snug. It obviously needs to come in and out and be able to be removed. So I'll just adjust the wheel as needed, and then once I feel like it's in the right spot, I can tighten those bolts down. And of course, check to make sure my fit is right. There will be like a little tiny bit of wiggle, but that's good because you need to obviously be able to remove the portafilter. I'm going to tighten those bolts down just a little bit more and make sure that they're nice and snug. Now my portafilter forks are set, and it's time to get ready to install with the grinder. For that, I'm going to set it back upright. Really, there's only one thing that needs to happen in terms of getting this set up properly for Mythos, and that is you'll see that there's this channel running through the body of the Puqpress. All I need to do is run my power cord through that. You'll also notice that there's some inset holes and then more like these 4 depressions. And that is because the foot placement on the Mythos 1 and Mythos 2 is actually different. So these little depressions are what I'm going to use for my Mythos 2 grinder. So as I said, I just need to make sure that my power cord is running where it needs to be. I'm going to run it back, straight back, between the back 2 feet of the grinder, and just run the power cord straight underneath the grinder. And then on the bottom side, I actually have channels for running the power cords, which is really handy. You don't need to make sure that you don't need to worry too much about the slack. There's obviously a big open channel in there. So when it comes to actually getting the grinder set up, You just need to make sure that the power cord is not being pinched by the feet and that it is running down that channel. You can even just sort of give it a light tug carefully to make sure that it runs straight through. So now I just make sure that my feet are placed nice and square in those little intended depressions, and we're pretty much ready to go. So the fit and overall finish with the Mythos 2 is not quite as nice as a Mythos 1. As you can see, we have maybe an inch or so of actual space underneath the grinder, which is fine because we want it to actually have access to airflow too. It's maybe not the prettiest setup, but it's functionally quite good. It's very nice to be able to go straight from grinding into your portafilter to tamping straight afterward without having to worry about finding an extra tamper, making sure that it's clean and dry, all that stuff. So really a very nice product for kind of streamlining your workflow and again, saving those barista wrists. So that is the Puqpress M2. Thanks for watching. Hey guys, thanks for watching the video. If you want to see more content like this, we've got all kinds of product overviews, comparisons, recipes, events coverage, and more. Feel free to subscribe, like, share this video, and let us know what you think in the comments.